Batsugun is a vertical shoot 'em up by developer Toaplan. It's credited as being the first manic or bullet hell shooter. The point of this type of game is to dodge bullet patterns and attain the highest score possible. After starting a credit, you can pick between 3 ship types and its respective pilot. You have a Type A, which is a rapid fire beam with even lines. Type B is a lightning beam that works by holding the fire button and tapping it shoots sparks along the beam. And Type C is a combination of the former. Batsugun also introduces an XP system, something not really seen in this genre. By destroying enemies, you'll gain XP that makes your weapon stronger. You're able to level up 3 times, and picking up P items also grants your weapon power. After reaching max level, these become a resource for extra points, and this also applies to bombs. If you die, you lose power but retain the same level. Bombs are another part of Batsugun's interior. Using one unleashes a circular blast, damaging everything on screen and absolves all bullets and large projectiles. These are perfect when you are in a serious pinch and cannot react fast enough. Saving them for boss fights is a great idea too. I couldn't get footage for this, but if both first and second player launch a bomb at the same time, it creates an even bigger blast with up to 3 times the damage. The nice thing about Batsugun is that the bullet patterns are not randomized. Each enemy and boss have specific ones. Having good reflexes helps, but you can't evade everything on your first try. A couple playthroughs are highly recommended. After all, Batsugun stages aren't terribly long, and neither is the game itself, so it's more accessible in that regard. Graphically, Batsugun is incredibly vibrant and colorful in a real Toaplan fashion. This company's visual style has been a big inspiration to many pixel artists due to its grounded designs but shiny exterior. This also applies to the weapon fire and projectiles, as I never felt like I was being cheated out of because I couldn't distinguish bullets. A challenge that many developers face when making STGs is using proper color definition for bullet sprites or objects that can harm the player. In the audio department, Batsugun is much like the graphics, again, vibrant. From the percussion to the bell tones, a lot of the stage themes are real upbeat and triumphantly happy. Perfect for this game. Boss music also hits the nail, going from intense to pinch themes. It makes sense considering the flurry of bullets you're constantly dodging. Music was composed by Yoshitatsu Sakai, not exactly a Toaplan regular. His last score was for another great shmup called Air Gallet. Anyways, this guy knows the sound for Batsugun, so if they ever made another one, they should get him to do it. Batsugun was released onto arcades in December 1993. An alternative version of the game called Batsugun Special was released but only for location arcade testing. It features what is essentially an arranged version of the original game with different enemy behaviors, a shield, and being able to use the co-op bomb in single player. Eventually, the original game was ported onto the Sega Saturn, which contains the option to choose an arranged soundtrack. It's also a very popular import title for the console. Sadly, besides Snow Bros 2, Batsugun was Toaplan's last game before going bankrupt. Many employees went on to form the now known developer Cave. They went on to make Dodonpachi, which is seen as a spiritual sequel to Batsugun. A manga for Batsugun was also made by artist Junya Inoue, which expands on the game's lore. It later got re-released in a compilation book named Truth Story Batsugun, which includes artwork, interview with the developers, the arcade soundtrack, and a boss medley arrangement by VGM composer Shinji Hosoe. Well, that's it for today. I'll see you next time. Later.